People often feel emotionally exhausted at work, but is it enough to say, I quit? Or should you try to make changes and stick it out? Tom Gimbel joins us now to talk about when you should quit your job. Or should you quit your job? Just stick it out. Hey, Tom.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being tough, Micah, and fighting through the down times, right?
Right. But some people can't handle it.
I think that's absolutely right, is that we live in a world today where we desire and try to support mental health as much as possible. And decades ago, that wasn't the case for everybody. So I do think there are cases that people just emotionally can't handle it. And in that case, then they probably need to look for another job. I think in a lot of other cases, though, we've created the phrase burnout to cover up for not wanting to put in the time or work hard, right? We want our football coaches and our quarterbacks and our newscasters and all those our doctors and our dentists to work all the time and always be accessible and strive for greatness. And sometimes we don't hold ourselves to those same standards.
So if you decide you want to quit, should you be looking for another job, or should you just quit completely and seek mental health or help, or just kind of chill?
I think that, number one, it all depends on the individual's financial situation. And if you've been, back in the day, I'm 50 years old, Micah. When I got out of college, it was always said that you should have 3 months of savings in the bank to support yourself. People don't live that way. As we all know, consumer debt is the highest it's ever been. But
especially after COVID.
Yeah, right. So if you're unhappy and you're feeling unhealthy as a result, then you've got to look at your savings and make a change sooner rather than later. But if you're not unhealthy and you're just feeling a little bit stressed and air quotes burned out, then I think sometimes you have to lean in a little bit and fight through it. And I think the same thing we tell our kids to do at school or on the field, we have to do a little bit in the professional world. But again, if you're really feeling ill as a result of working hard, then you should really take care of your mental health.
So what happens if you don't feel valued or supported, or,
Now that's a different issue.
Okay.
And so that can affect you as well, but that comes from a communication standpoint. And too often in the workplace, I think that employees don't feel comfortable enough to step up and to say how they're feeling, but to do it in a professional way. And I think that's really where the discrepancy is and where we butt heads with management is managers don't always say things in the right way, but employees hold them to higher standards, and employees don't always say things in the right way. And we really should role play and practice with people who are more successful on the corporate hierarchy than we are, not necessarily at your own company, but you should role play and practice what you want to say with people so you're not saying it to your boss for the first time.
Yeah, but shouldn't managers be held at a higher, hierarchy, because they're the leaders, right?
Yes, I don't think there's anything about that. I don't disagree with that one bit, Micah. However, at the same time, I also think that employees shouldn't always be saying, well, I can say whatever I want in any way that I want to because I'm the subordinate. That doesn't make sense either. I think what we really want is to have respect. And I've used an expression for a while now saying, be respectful, don't always be nice. And I think what that means is you've got to say the truth, but you've got to do it in a respectful way.
You're a meanie.
I'm not a meanie. I believe that we got to hold each other accountable to doing things the right way. I grew up in a different era, and I raised my kids in that way. And I think that those are the types of things that when we talk about being a little bit soft, that we've got to say, you got to dig in sometimes, and sometimes people need a kick in the butt as much as they need a hug, and there's no reason that you can't do both, and sometimes at the same time.
All right. Thank you
Try to visualize that, Micah.
I was just trying
kicking
to.
them in the butt.
I was just trying to do that. How did you know? Thank you. Have a good Monday.
I know you. Take care.
Bye-bye.